So back to the appointment. During the appointment for the Connecticut application, there is a state website where we actually register the patient, and then the patient has to upload a driver's license, a photo, and some additional information. One easier way to handle it for patients is to go to the Uncasville dispensary, that's the one closest to us, where they will actually facilitate this process for patients that don't have a computer or are not computer savvy. After that happens, they usually get a temporary license emailed in about 2 weeks, and with that, you can go to the dispensary to purchase the medication. The real license, the hard copy, comes in about a month from the time of submitting the paperwork to the government. In Rhode Island, it's a paper application. It gets mailed in, and from my understanding now, the current time is about 6 weeks of processing. So a lot of patients have questions regarding how much medical marijuana can they have in their possession, and it's really state dependent. So in Connecticut, I believe it's about 2.5 ounces per month supply. In Rhode Island, it's different. In Connecticut, you cannot grow your own plants. That is not legal. You have to get your medication from a dispensary. The dispensaries are supplied by growers, and there's a limited number of growers in Connecticut. In Rhode Island, it's different again. There are people named caregivers, and they are allowed to have up to a certain number of plants that they grow for their patients. Again, this is changing constantly. Again, the laws were revamped just a few weeks ago. So the best bet is always to look on the state's website and find out what is mandated at the given time that you're looking into it. So in conclusion, I hope that this has answered some of your questions and some of Vanessa's questions as well. I really feel that people need to have an open mind and regard this as a medication. Medical marijuana is truly another medication. Despite all of the misconceptions that are out there, there are certain patients that are doing unbelievably well and are having wonderful outcomes. So I encourage you, please check out your state's government website for exact details and laws. And also feel free to attend our class. That's August 31st. That's the last Wednesday of the month, where we're going to have a deep overview, and you can have any questions answered that you may have. Feel free to bring a friend or perhaps even recommend this to somebody that you know. Thank you. Well, all right, my dear, let me walk you through this. So this is the government website, and as you can see, I'm logged in as the doctor. I'm going to enter you as a new patient, add a new patient, you can see. And then here we fill in your last name, first name, middle initial, address, and the condition that I'm certifying you for.
Now, I believe, I have a spinal injury, and I believe it's is it retractable spasticity?
Yes, it's actually damage to the nervous tissue of the spinal cord with objective neurological indication of intractable spasticity. It's quite a mouthful.
Why is intractable spasticity specifically?
I'm not really sure why that's part of it, but I think almost anybody that has a back injury has some component of spasticity.
I definitely do. I just don't know what the intractable part means.
It just, intractable means that it doesn't go away.
All right.
That's all.
Okay.
So I'm quite certain that that's, you know, that's, we have your documentation and that's what's on there, so. And then are you under my care? Yes. What I like to do is have my patients who I, give this card to come back in 6 months for a free visit, just so that I can see how you're doing and check up on you and just sort of get a little more information about what's helping you and what isn't.
Sounds good.
Do you think that you need a primary caregiver? That means somebody to go and obtain your medication for you?
I don't, depending on the situation, it's possible, but.
It's better if you answer
Yes,
if
just
you
in
feel
case.
you'll need somebody.
Yeah.
It's you can always go back and change it, but it's a little more complicated.
So it's probably better to say yes.
Probably better to say yes.
I mean, I do have caregivers. I just don't know if I would actually need them to pick it up, but you never know.
You never know. There might be some time when you're not feeling well. Okay, and then you're not to possess more than 2.5 ounces per month.
Okay.
Okay. So now I've submitted this, and you should get a confirmatory email. You could have it in your phone right now, actually.
Okay.
It's that quick. And with that email, you will call the dispensary in Uncasville. I'm guessing that's the closest one to you.
Okay.
And make an appointment and have them help you upload everything and pay the government fee.
Great.
Okay?
Well, thank you.